should we go ahead and get our numbers? John's here on the couch, and we can start with VOMP's numbers for the week.
Sure. So as we said last week with the holiday season, we actually refrained from sending any emails out.
This whole week?
Yeah.
Got it.
So I know that Andy sent some out on behalf of the roster, over 800 emails sent out on that. So we did send out in that case, but none sent out on the personal level, if you will, for the voiceover talent on our team. So that does not mean, obviously, a little caveat, doesn't mean that we aren't going to get your numbers in for the month. What you paid for will get sent out. So there's no problem there. And we'll start sending out.
It's just for your benefit because.
Correct. Yeah. More emails at a time.
Yeah. Well, and you don't want.
Oh, yes.
You don't want any deleted just because of the holiday or people, holiday hangover kind of type deal.
Yeah. So so these would not be from anything that came this week. So these are old warm responses, but they came in this week, 12 warm responses, and we had 7 auditions, a few that we're still waiting on, and 6 jobs.
So just let's make sure people understand this.
Yep.
There wasn't any emails sent out this week. So
Correct.
These are all a week or older.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have
Emails.
specifics
Correct.
that are out there that came back with 6 jobs. How many warm replies? 7 auditions, and how many warm
12
replies?
warm replies.
12 warm replies.
Yeah, and
Proves a point.
Those aren't your numbers, right? You didn't. Those aren't part of your
No, I did not. I
replies
never
or my
include
warm
yours,
replies.
even your
Right.
jobs.
Right.
That doesn't even include the jobs.
Right.
What I will say is some of the auditions that we did receive this week. I mean, obviously they were from people that hadn't responded, or they were from people that that either people have worked with in the past. But we did have a few people get auditions that the email that they replied to from us was sent out over a year ago. So again, as we say,
They're out
many
there.
times they're out there, and we do see them coming in. That's why the long haul, not only for yourself and multiple emails out there, but they do keep you in mind probably more than you think. Some of these places do. So that's.
Have you ever
good
heard
news.
of volunteer corn? Have you ever heard of that phrase?
Is that the stuff that comes up because you've planted it a year before in that, or years before?
Yeah. Sometimes we'll walk. We live in a fairly rural area. You can walk out of our house and go a block, and you'll be out in a cornfield or a bean field or whatever. And sometimes in a bean field, you'll see a bunch of corn stalks coming up. Those might be a year old. They might be several years old. Kind of the same idea. You plant those seeds, they come up. They just come up randomly when you least expect it sometimes.
Yep. So the people that got the jobs, I'll give a little shout out to Christine Brito, got 1. Greg Campbell got 3.
And Christine's was a good one too because it sounds like it might be
Return.
Correct.
returning, continuing,
Return.
ongoing. Yep.
Descender.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yep. 1 for Kim Wilson. You did, like I said, 3 for Greg
3
Campbell.
for Greg Campbell. That's
3.
5. Kim Wilson's 5.
Yep. And then
altogether.
Tyler Boss got 1 as well.
6. Yeah.
And
very
then
nice.
I will say that I do remember, because Joe and I were talking about this, there was one guy that we haven't confirmed yet that he did get the job 100%, so we won't say that, but we're pretty sure that it's tied in with the job with Christine.
Good.
So
So that could be an
some-
ongoing one as well. Not only reporting that maybe next week, but
Yep.
there might be jobs coming up
Correct. Yep.
consistently. Wow.
So, yeah, that's
Well,
it for me.
that's a good 4-day week with no emails sent out.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You want me
good
to go?
job. Yeah.
All right. This week, I had a pretty good week. I had a guy on Fiverr that got a hold of me. He does YouTube videos, and he sent me 4 scripts in a week, which was nice. So all $100 a piece.
Not
and
real high paying, right?
Not really, but for me, they're high paying enough.
And money in the bank
It
when you're
sure
not
is.
working, fill up your days.
Yeah. Gave me some practice, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had a new client this week for $100. Then I had a person that I've worked with in the past. It's been a while, but they came back and used me again. So that was nice. My total for voiceover this week was $560. I had, like I said, 4 jobs on Fiverr, 2 jobs off of Fiverr.
Nice.
So Fiverr's doing better than it has for a while. So that's nice. And a new client and an old client. So then I also did some editing for you for a grand total of $680 this week. I don't know if that's my largest. I haven't kept real close
gotta be
track.
close,
It's
though,
the
right?
largest I've had since we've done the podcast. I'd have to look back at some of my more busy months that I've had and weeks. So
600, how much?
$80.
Almost $700 in voiceover this week. And
Yeah, and
voiceover
I didn't-
related. Yeah.
I also did not send out this week at all, and I had one warm reply back from, maybe a week or two ago.
and that was
Something I
considered a
sent out.
4-day week as well because the holiday was Monday.
It was. Yep.
Well, that's nice. Was it just 2 weeks ago you were reporting zero?
I had $0
income?
made. Yeah,
So that kind of helps
it does.
jack that up a bit for the last few weeks.
Evens things out.
Yeah. Now, did you report warm replies and
I just said
Okay.
said that I had only had one warm reply
Okay.
and I didn't send out this week.
Okay.
So maybe I should not send out every week. Just kidding.
Yeah. My numbers, I had 2 warm replies, 1 new client. And by the way, just a little bit of information about that. At the halfway point, July 1st is the halfway point. I don't know if it's exactly the halfway point. I think it's really close, but, you have 6 months from January to end of June and then July to December,
Sure.
6 months. So it's a halfway point. I've had 25 new direct email clients this year.
Nice.
Already 25. And out of those, 5 have used me again. 1/5 have used me again. So those are ongoing. And that's, again, how you stay in the game on the long haul, get a lot of emails out there, and then just let the seeds be out there. Let the fishing poles be out there. And that's a lot. I've had 50, 60 sometimes each year, but that's 25 new clients
Yeah.
with 5 coming back. And that's what will happen with people if they stay with it
Sure.
for a good amount of time. And this is 4 days. I worked 4 days, although, like I said last week, I said I have kind of a global client base, so I didn't know if I would get work, and I did. So the platforms, $1,671.06 for the 4 days, and direct email marketing, $4,052.52 for a total of $5,723.58. $5,723.58 for 4 days.
Wow.
So
Nice.
that was better than I thought it was going to be. So I'm glad about that.
Yeah, that's good.